so now you have 2 fine dresses.
On top of whatever fine clothes I had before.
Yeah, it's just fabulous. And, if you're interested, I have something that's a little more practical, and she pulls out this cloak. It is a dark green. She says, I picked this up when Damsels travels. It's called a cloak of archery. I don't know if any of you would be interested in something like that. But just so you know, it's helps you out with archery. Yeah, I'm gonna look up cloak of archery real fast. Okay, while wearing these bracers, you have proficiency with a longbow and shortbow, and you gain +2 bonus to damage rolls on attacks made with such weapons. So, but it looks like I'm not getting any bites, so I'll just, let you know that it's here, and kind of like trying to keep. She puts it away, and I know when a sale's not going to go through. So now,
how much is it?
Well, it's enchanted material, very durable. It's 1,500.
No thanks.
Well, let's see if you ever change your mind. Now I think. Now, once you run upstairs, I'm sure Ryurick's waiting.
Yeah, let's talk to Ryurick.
Okay. Do you want to participate in the competition or whatever for us?
You can.
I think we're trying to kill him, and we're trying to make sure he doesn't die.
Yeah, and
like I said, it would end badly, but...
Yeah.
And he's kind of trying to lay low. Maybe we could find a big buff guy somewhere.
Somehow.
Or we can disguise ourselves. Like, I can be on someone's shoulders, and we could disguise ourselves as a really buff guy. Both of our efforts combined. I mean,
Adlanna does have a disguised kit. Anyway, you climb the stairs behind the counter of the store and reach the 2nd story. You open the door and it opens to a parlor room with chairs to receive guests. There's a gas fireplace to the side that the chairs encircle. A makeshift curtain of raw cloth has been hung over a doorway to a small reading nook. To the immediate and far left are doors, and there's a ladder that leads to a loft. The curtain is pulled back, and you fully expect to see Ryurick when you see a peacock poke his head out. A peacock has shown up.
Shapeshifter or just the bird?
You have to make some sort of check to tell.
Ryurick, is that you? We're looking for Ryurick, Mr. Peacock.
Would that be perception?
Yeah, you can do like a do a nature check.
Okay.
Do a nature check, druid.
Okay. Okay, I'll give myself a guide. 17.
So this peacock has mannerisms that are a little too humanoid to be a peacock. So you think it's a shapeshifter, and
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a bunch of squawks with my speech of the woods and be like, Ryurick, is that you? We're looking for Ryurick. Peacock.
Yes, Mr. Peacock. So you hear the peacock responds, and it says, yeah, he's here. And Ryurick pulls the curtain back, and he's holding this peacock, and he's just like, oh, good, you're back. So he's holding this peacock, and he comes over to you guys. Then from one of the chairs, a pair of canine eyes, pair of them, and a white fox pokes his head out and looks at you guys. Adlanna's fox, Sebastian.
Oh, yeah.
Sebastian curiously leaps out of Adlanna's satchel and meets the new white fox nose to nose. The two exchange sniffs, and Sebastian's ears flatten in confusion. He looks to Adlanna.
What's wrong, boy?
He's just he's not really upset. He just looks very confused. I'm sure you're all wondering why there's a peacock and a fox here. The peacock flaps down from Ryurick's arms and then sprays out his fan in an elaborate display of purple feathers, walking around the room before taking a bow.
I clap.
He is very pleased that you are clapping for him.
I would like to imagine I'm like the only one clapping. So it's very awkward.
The Arctic fox, gives the peacock, the darkest glare, and then, it starts to shimmer, and in a subtle whoosh of cold air, the body turns to ice before morphing back into fairies.
I knew it.
Yeah, your vampire boys can... He looks worn out, but better than before, and pauses for a second, glances at your group, and then offers a quiet, welcome back.
Why are you guys animals?
Well,
I look like an animal too.
arcade.
Oh, I guess it's not too weird since when you put it like that.
Yeah, he kind of is. He looks at you confused because you're a druid. Well, our kind of ancestry is of Fey and Drow. Most of our kind can bond with an animal and shift into it, though it's only a few times a day and only one animal. And it's usually selected at an age that is young. That's why Nortilius is a peacock.
I like it.
And then the peacock swiftly pecks at Farius' foot. Ow! And he Farius kind of kicks back at him and then mutters, "Shit!" before shooing him away. I could turn into an Arctic fox. There were a lot growing up when I was little. Anyway, we figured it'd be easier to find random animals than to find random organic men. So, anyway, yeah. Mara asked Narte. This is Ryurick. Mara asked Narte to hang on to his animal for him because she wants to collect the feathers, and he leans over. I'm not sure how well that will work, though. Usually it takes months of a bird of this size to molt, but it's okay. We'll just give her what she wants.
Just pull them out.
Well, I'm told that's not very good for the bird, but if we asked, maybe Narte would be into it. He looks, you see the peacock look, and he looks severely wounded, and then his fan, he closes his feathers, and then settles in the corner. Well, anyway, I was hoping that you guys could be here because Mara's running the shop, and I could use help because I'm trying to disguise myself as a woman. I mean, a female, and I've never worn a dress before or been cute. So
So are you gonna dress up as a woman for the funeral?
yes, because
So
if I went as a guy, I'd have to be escorted by a female, and it's just, I don't know, in my brain this works out better.
I mean, you could just be escorted by one of us.
Yet, so the thing is that you have to be invited. And you're not. So, here's the thing. If I go as a male, I have to be escorted by a drow female who was of high enough rank to go to a matriarch's funeral. But if I go as a female, they're not gonna, wave. They're not really gonna bat their eyes if I come in with an armed guard. That's just how our culture works.
I guess we could do that. I don't wear makeup.
Adlanna pulls out her disguise kit. I've been waiting for this. Makeover! Okay, so you guys, there's a couple of dresses to select. There's a yellow dress, silk and long sleeve with geometric triangles on it. It has an analogous color scheme with green overskirt and blue accents. The second dress is a silk draping gown with a deep purple. It has silver and black embroidery on it and fits snugly against the body. The third is a teal blue with deep sleeves and a high collar. So
I like the yellow one.
you like the yellow one? Okay, I'll try the yellow one. So he's like, how do I even put this on? He's like holding up pieces, and then like, the peacock Narte of all people comes out and just like, dude, I can't even. Give me that. It's just like, give me that. Okay, this is the robe, and he starts like putting it on him. All right.
How?
Nardi, do you wear dresses too?
I just am very fashion forward. And he's not wearing a shirt, by the way.
And I like lean into Luna, and I'm like, I think that's a yes.
What was that?
I think that's a yes. I think he does wear dresses.
Educate yourself on.
How did
That's true. I just haven't seen any males wear dresses.
it's not too uncommon in their Canadian vibe. We're kind of we're pretty fashion forward. That was various. He like looks around like, yeah, we're pretty elaborate. Okay, so you put the yellow dress on him, and he is asked, all right, how do I look? He looks okay in it.
Spin.
He spins.
Spin the other way.
Spins the other way. And
Keep spinning. Don't stop.
he keeps spinning. Like, is this supposed to help? I'm getting a little dizzy. He stops, and you guys get the sense that he might be a little more persuasive in this. Maybe we should try the other wines, because I like yellow. Don't get me wrong, but yellow against this green, I kind of have a green undertone to my gray skin, and maybe we should...
Put makeup on you to color to change your skin tone.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. So do we think I should stay with the yellow dress?
I like it.
As long as you feel comfortable wearing the dress. We'll have to make sure that you remain unnoticed, of course.
Maybe a darker, more neutral color would actually work then, if he's trying to go unnoticed.
So a darker yellow?
Maybe not yellow at all. I don't believe we have any other yellow dresses.
Well, there's this nice purple one. And so
that is darker than yellow.
so it's kind of like this really deep plum color. Put it on him. It has it's a draping gown, so it doesn't have a lot of it fits very loosely on him, and it's more of like a gown that's meant to like be a flowy sort of like Princess Kaguya dress. And it fits on him. He can't spin very well in it because it actually no, he can spin pretty well in it.
Spin!
He spins in it. It's not as flowy, but it spins, so he spins in it. And you think that he might be a little more nimble in this one. Given that the fabric itself is lighter and has more movement to it, like it looks like he can move better in it. The purple against gray does seem to look better, but that's really just the opinion of the DM.
Well, Ellie doesn't have much of a fashion sense. Given that everything that she wears turns green. So she looks at it and she sees the spin and she's like, Yeah, it looks good too.
I think I like this one more. I'm more partial to purples, and I am a yellow. No offense, Ellie. Narte cocks his head to the side.
It's okay. I'm not too good at fashion.
Oh no, I think you're great. I mean, I like that you have this
I look at my
This sort of-
my cow armor.
I like the
And my-
cow. I think it's very bold.
Really, you think it's cool?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool cow print. Narte sits back, looks at it. Well, Furious, what do you think? Why are you asking me that? You're the only straight guy here. Well, is this a question of does Ryurick pass as a female or whether or not I would ask her out? Oh, well, now I want to know both. Furious looks extremely uncomfortable. And then he, because of his pale skin, he can't really hide the fact that he's blushing, and says, Ryurick looks fine, I guess. We really gotta work in your compliment game, man.
Perhaps that fine is all that we can live with for now. We just have to make sure that he's able to attend.
I think this will do quite nicely. Everly. Oh, look, there's a hat. So he pulls up a hat, and there's veil over it. And he says, yeah, I think this will look pretty good. And he holds out, like, the, basically, like, the chest area where, like, the fabric's really loose. And he says, do you think we should stuff me? You know, I could just be, do you think that's too much?
Yes! And I do druid craft and I make a bunch of moss.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You just pat him up. Make a performance check.
Oh gosh. Alright. Alright.
Hi.
Would be
Dang. Well, this
I think it would be performance because what Ellie is doing is putting in padding for a realistic breast shape. And so, like, and when you're doing deception, I see it as more of an active lying thing.
Alright, well I got a 21.
Okay, yeah.
I stuffed that shirt good.
Stuff it, mold it. I was like, you're a female, you know what these look like.
Yeah.
And, give them...
Yeah, I do.
Stuff them, give them a nice, probably, a decent, like, B-cup size. Nothing too, ostentatious. Step back.
I turned to Luna, I'm like, what do you think of the size? Do you think this works?
Yeah, I think it works pretty well.
Great, well, I think this is as good as that. Well, he looks in the mirror. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good.
Now give us your lady voice.
Oh, okay. Hello. How's that?
That,
Not bad.
that sounds pretty
Oh.
good.
We might need to keep it up for a little longer, though.
Okay.
Keep like that from now on, just to get more used to the fact.
Oh, I see. It's pretty exhausting. Okay, maybe I just
You're
won't
a
talk.
quiet person. You just
I
have to
just won't talk that much,
Also, it's very entertaining to have my wife go from a male voice and then doing a male voice doing an impression of a female voice.
Well, I think that will do. And, so he goes into this, like, overly, like, feminine walk and has his hands kind of swinging. Just too much, isn't it? Kind of, like, puts his hands together. Well, I think this will do. Let us go downstairs and see what Mara thinks. So on your way out, Various will he'll briefly like just grab, we'll say Tarina, and he asks if you're going into town, I would like a favor. Allow me to accompany your party as a fox. Canaris is still missing, and I would like to search for him. Only a white fox is easy to spot in a town of gray. He nods towards Sebastian. Seeing that your party is a pet fox, I would impose upon you that I pose as a second.
Can I hold the fox?
He does a deep sigh and says, yes. If he turns back into a fox and allows you to pick him up.
I thought it was gonna jump, but okay.
Oh, yeah. So
I'll grab him.
you grab him. He's very soft.
Give him little scratches.
Yeah. He seems kind of reluctant, but then when you get to the left ear, he like leans into it.
Scooch him behind the ear. Sebastian likes that.
Yeah. It's like when you like scratch the dog in the right spot and they kick their leg. So you found the spot. As you exit downstairs, Mara does a little clap. Oh, my, you look lovely. She steps around and starts to play with the draping of the fabric and mutters to herself, I knew I should have put another seam, this, and this, and she just looks up, wait, you know it's a volcanic funeral, right?
Is it in a volcano?
Ryurick says, what? No, I had no idea. I thought it'd be a rock burial. No, she's a matriarch. They're going to do a volcanic burial, and the high priestess is going to lead the procession. Oh no, well, okay, that makes things a little more complicated.
So, are they burying her in a volcano? Is there a volcano in this cave? I look around. Do I see any volcanoes?
Mara says, well, the procession will take the lift down into the belly of the mountain where the lava flows. I've never really been to one. And actually, Senya, who has been quietly following you guys around knitting, says, yes, I will tell you of the volcanic funerals. The burial starts with a long procession. They walk through the city in the early hours and then move out, down into the depths. An offering will be required. Typically, it is a gift that was given to you by the dead. These gifts are placed on the body and then is lowered into the depths of the mountain. The chant is said, and they summon a giant beast to slaughter and offer up as a gift of blood tribute to a Briotriarch. The blood is shed and then followed by riotous drinking and often an orgy.
Yep.
Ryurick says, right, I think I'll skip that last part.
You said there's a giant beast?
Yes, usually with a drow funeral, particularly a matriarch, there will be the slaying of a beast. But no worries, you will be accompanied by a long procession of she goes on to explain that, like, people who would be invited to this procession would be high-ranking drow and therefore be trained in combat or magic. So, like, you would fight something, but you'd most likely be able to handle it. Well, right. I don't think taking out 5 of you would be really a great idea. Yeah, Mara speaks up. It probably is best to take 2 of you. Drow are particular about proprieties and things like that, and if you take 2, no one will really think about it, but if you take more than that...
I am fluent to Undercommon.
Well, that would be good if you went. Who else? Anyone might Is any one of you great at diversions or keeping conversations? Because, well, we know that Ryurick's not great at it. So it might be better if one of you was really good at keeping conversations going, that they might, deflect away from Ryurick. Or, whoever...
I mean, I can go with you, Luna. Unless Tarina wants to, I don't...
I feel like I might do a decent job at that.
Adlanna leans over and says, yeah, but don't you need to, do your meet with your sabotage your brother's engagement? Mara looks up and says, oh, right, I forgot. And she shuffles behind her counter and pulls up 2 envelopes. And then she hands an envelope to Keyanthi and hands an envelope to Tarina. She says, these are instructions for your missions. Forgot about them yesterday, sorry. But these should have more information on what you need to do here in Toril for Rowan, Woodbeck, and Gudrick. Right. Okay, I will read... I guess I'll read them aloud. Okay. So, Keyanthi. It says, your mission is to establish a hideout and find a spy. Let me just quickly turn off the music so you guys don't have any conflicts. Okay. Mara has gotten us into Toril, and as much as I approve of her, she's not fit for spying. She has a terrible eye. Her social standing will not get me close to the information I need. You need to find a place in town where the network can drop off information and exchange items if they need to. So essentially the base of operation, or like the front. So choose a place with people of all social standing rub elbows. Taverns do well, but so do bathhouses and banks and likewise. If at all possible, try to find a spy within each of the matriarch houses. Brayden, Avra, Mckenna, and Aha. You must use your own discretion on who is a good candidate for the network. Usually someone close but not seen, such as a handmaid or a manservant works well. But they are hard to crack and typically are loyal vassals. I know this may prove difficult, but I have every confidence in you, Julie. You are an Ordelia, after all. Okay, did you get that?
Yes, I have written down some notes there.
Okay.
Let me reiterate, because I know the connection to you isn't very good. So I was blinking out a little bit, but you said find a connection between each of the noble houses?
Yes. Yeah.
Fun. Okay.
Find it. That's the most advantageous position. Like she said, like it'd be really nice if that happened. But if you can't and it seems too dangerous, then don't do it. And use your discretion to decide that.
I see. Okay. Sounds good.
Hi, this is Tiffany, your DM. Thank you for watching Dungeon Damsels. This is not the end of the session, so please stay tuned for the next part. We update on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're interested in supporting us more, please push the subscribe button, like, or comment. We also have a Patreon, wink wink nudge nudge, and our show is in podcast form. You can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podbean, Spotify, and plenty of other podcast platforms. Thanks, we hope to hear from you soon.